Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. We are about to get ready for the opener of a three-game series between TBC and the Conquistadors from Florida National University. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and as always, my son Dean works the camera for us here at Trinity Baptist College. Again, the first of three between Trinity Baptist and Florida National University. This game originally scheduled at 7 p.m. tonight, but because of the impending weather, we are starting right now just before 11 a.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. For the Conquistadors, here's the batting order that Coach Alfredo Tito Carrillo Jr. will send to the plate. The leadoff hitter is a center fielder, David Sarmento. Batting second, playing second base, Giancarlo Rodriguez. First baseman Jorge Carrero will bat third. The catcher, Steven Perez Colazo, is the cleanup hitter. Raymond Mendez will bat fifth. He's the DH. Third baseman Andre Ruche will bat sixth. Ezekiel Valdez is in right, batting seventh. The shortstop Yasiel Perez will bat eighth, and Marcel Lopez will bat ninth and play left field. And they're facing Trinity Baptist College pitcher Austin Hillier, and we'll tell you about him in just a moment because this ball game is underway. And a first pitch chopper towards third, and a throw to first is high and over towards the fence, and that's going to allow Sarmento to take second base. One pitch and a runner at second base. That's an error on third baseman Nick Macadon to start the ball game. Austin Hillier, 1-6, 5.96 ERA, making his 14th appearance, 12th start, 48 1/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 48 runs, but 32 of those have been earned. 52 hits, 34 walks, and 42 strikeouts. And the wind is howling like crazy here on the west side of Jacksonville, gusting well over 20 miles per hour, going across at the moment from the third base dugout. Or check that, first towards third base dugout, but it's changed directions on us a few times already. Here's that first pitch to Rodriguez. A bunt attempt is fouled off. Macadon threw that ball into the wind. It was high, and that wind played some funny tricks on it and got it away from Fry. So Sarmento reaches on the error and goes all the way to second on the same play. No balls and a strike to Giancarlo Rodriguez. Hillier looks back at the runner. Long look, now the 0-1, a breaking ball misses low for ball two. Giancarlo Rodriguez batting .297, on base at .398 on the season. Has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Sarmento at .314 coming into today's play. And this pitch misses low. It is in the dirt, and that is ball three. Rodriguez, a home run, 10 runs driven in. Chance to make it 11 with that runner at second and nobody out. And a pitch swung on and missed. Again, that wind blowing very hard. Not much we can do about that. You're going to hear that in the microphone throughout this ball game. We're just hoping we can hold off the rain for a few hours. 98% chance of rain mid-afternoon. 2-2. So as I was looking up some information, one of those pitches changed to a strike. Umpire just held up 2-2. Hillier checks the runner at second, now delivers, swing and a miss. And that is out number one. Good comeback after falling behind in the count. Rodriguez chased a high fastball well out of the zone, and that is out number one. Jorge Carrero steps to the plate. He's batting .318 with 4 home runs and 22 runs driven in, slugging over 500, .506 on the season, according to the USCAA.com stats page for Florida National University. The first pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike. Conquistadors 10-32 on the season, coming off a win over Florida Memorial University 10-9 this past Tuesday. The Eagles 16-29. They've won 3 out of their last 6, a sweep over NAIA Voorhees College, then lost 3 straight to Toccoa Falls last weekend. Here's the 0-1, another curveball, sharp breaking ball from Hillier, and he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Coach Carrillo in his second season with the Conquistadors, who are in their second season overall as a baseball program. John Copeland, the head coach of the Eagles, in season number 5 for him and Trinity Baptist College in baseball. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A high chopper towards short. Rogers will field. Only play is to first. It is in time for the out. But on the play, Sarmiento advances to third. So 2 outs with a runner at third for the cleanup man, Steven Perez Colazo. He is batting .250 on the season, no homers, 9 runs driven in. Left-hand hitting catcher, has a runner at third with 2 outs. Sarmiento reached on the error, just advanced a moment ago on that ground ball towards short. Nice play by Rogers. That was a tough hop, and he stayed with it and got the out at first. Here's the first pitch. Line drive towards left. That is going to be caught by David Quevedo. So the leadoff error does not hurt the Eagles. Nice running catch by the left fielder, David D.Q. Quevedo. And the side is retired. An error, but nothing more. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Bottom of the first, no score. Conquistadors got a leadoff runner into third base, but did not get him across. Here's a batting order for the Eagles. Center fielder Brian Lopez leads it off. Right fielder Kristen Amlog will bat second. Nick McAdon bats third. He's playing third base. David Quevedo, the cleanup hitter in left field. Kristen Draper, the DH, he will bat fifth. Jaron Sweeney is the second baseman, batting sixth. Batting seventh, first baseman Austin Lane Fry. Shortstop Mark Rogers will bat eighth, and the catcher is Jordan Almodovar. He is batting ninth, and the Eagles will face John Wayne Braffhart of the Conquistadors, a 1-5 record, 5.59 ERA, making his 12th appearance, 7th start. Braffhart has thrown 29 innings, allowed 24 runs, only 18 of those earned. 26 hits, he has walked 19 and struck out 8. That shaking on your screen, that's due to the wind that just won't quit. It's calmed down for just a moment, but it's been off and on, and a lot more on since we got here about an hour ago. So Brian Lopez leads off for Coach John Copeland. Lopez at .301, 2 home runs, 20 runs driven in. He has also scored 21 times. Won't be able to check on the names, leaving us comments, but we're glad you're watching. That wind is making it difficult to do much of anything. High pop-up. It's going to be difficult on the outfielders as well, but this one didn't quite get up all that high, and it is caught easily by the second baseman, Rodriguez, for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and right fielder Kristen Amlong at the plate. Now the weather app I've been looking at says wind blowing at 16 miles an hour. It has to be gusting a lot more than that. Again, across the field from the first base side toward the third base side. Kristen Amlong at the plate, batting .284. First pitch on the way, misses inside. Amlong, no homers, 14 runs driven in, and 13 runs scored. 1 ball, no strikes. Braffhart winds and delivers. And he gets the inside corner with a good fastball that has a lot of zigzag movement. Boy, this would be a great day for a knuckleball pitcher. Wind's even blowing my computer around. I have to hold that down by hand. Here's the 1-1, and this one is fouled off and count as a ball and 2 strikes. Now, if I have to, I'll put the extra computer away and just go with paper and pencil. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Raffart winds and delivers and misses low and outside. Obviously, both teams do have to play in the same conditions. Eagles, though, a lot more familiar with this ballpark. Conquistadors were here to start the season and won 3 straight. Here's a 2-2, swung on and missed. That ball had some drop to it, and that is out number 2. So here's Nick McAdon stepping into the batter's box, and Big Mac at 309, no homers and 16 runs driven in. He has also scored 12 times as well. So Raffart got the first 2. Here's a pitch to Mac, and it's a strike right down the middle. So no balls, 1 strike. Line drive towards left. That is going to be caught on the run on a nice play by Marcel Lopez. McAdon hit the ball very hard, the same way that Perez Collazo did to end the top of the first. Eagles go down in order after 1, no score. Top of the second, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Conquistadors. Mendez, Ruche, and Valdez. And Dean and I were just talking during the break. The wind has already changed directions, now blowing straight in from center field, and it's been really fussy as well. Hello, Marcus fan. Saying hello as he walks the dog behind the bleachers. A lot of room back there for the young pup to run around. Marcus Van, one of the college administrators here at Trinity Baptist College. Always good to see Marcus. Marcus, with your voice, you need to grab a mic too. Raymond Mendez at the plate, leading off here in the top of the second, facing Austin Hillier, and he's batting 190. Here's the first pitch. Check swing, and he held up in time at a ball low and outside. Mendez has gone deep twice and driven in 7. So he has some power. 1 ball, no strikes. And this fastball misses up high. Each pitcher has gone 1 hitless, scoreless inning. Florida National got a base runner on an error in the first, but that's been it so far through 1. Here's the 2-0. This one right down the middle. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Hillier takes a long look in. The 2-1, swing and a miss, and the count is even at 2-2. A good comeback by Hillier. Fell down 2-0, came back and got 2 strikes. Now trying to put Mendez away. Outfield can play a little shallow with the wind blowing in. Here's a 2-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Mendez took it. That's the first out. Here comes Marcus saying hello. That's him who just stepped in front of the camera. right, Marcus, you're good looking enough. You can get on camera. If you want, I'll hook you up in a minute. We'll do that between innings. Say hi to you in the bottom half. All right. This is Andre Roosh, third baseman for Florida National, and he fouls off the first pitch, making the count no balls and a strike. Rouche at 239, a homer and 8 runs driven in. Softball player Courtney Bird also saying hello, joining us in the bleachers. Well, let's see if Dean can plug this in, Marcus. We'll go ahead and say hi. No balls and a strike. Rouche at the plate. Say hello to Marcus Van of Trinity Baptist College. Does a lot of microphone announcing, especially during the baseball season. How you doing, Marcus?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Well, except for the wind, we're having a good time out here so far.
I agree with you.
Well, we're hoping the rain holds off a couple of hours.
Yeah, that would help, especially for this game.
And we got a weather alert day according to all of our local news stations.
Yeah. They said it's supposed to rain pretty bad today.
And that's why we started now instead of 7 o'clock tonight. And we also wonder, as that pitch misses for ball 2, with the storms that are going to come by, will the field be playable tomorrow, even though the rain is supposed to have ended?
Oh no, man. That's hopefully that's a possibility that we can play on it tomorrow. I hope it doesn't get rained out too bad.
Swing and a miss, even to count at 2-2.
I tell you what, these boys have really grown over this year.
It's almost all freshmen on this team, and they struggled at the beginning of the season learning how to play together. They played a lot of good baseball, still some growing pains to go through, but
Definitely.
Coach Copeland likes what he sees for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And we're losing only one man, Brian Lopez. Wish we didn't have to, but
well, I'm glad he's moving on because I'm sure he has positive things going on for the future of his life. But knowing that we'll hold a pretty good depth chart means that we'll still have a pretty strong team, and we'll look forward to a better season.
Even the only way we want him to, and that's through graduation.
There you go.
We've lost other players to transfers over the last few years. That's hurt the program, but Coach Copeland can keep this team together. This team will make some noise in the South region.
I know, that's right. I know they've made some modifications and implemented different concepts to kind of help the team.
Swung on and missed. Sorry to interrupt you there, but
no, you're fine.
Gotta tell what's going on the field.
Talk to him, man.
2 strikeouts in a row. Number 3 overall for Austin Hillier. And it brings up Ezekiel Valdez with 2 outs and the base is empty. Good pitch, good hard fastball. Valdez hitting 198 on the season, 2 homers, 20 runs driven in.
Tell you what, if I were to pay that sucker to be home right now, you hear me?
Well, I got my headphones holding my hat on. That's about the only reason. Dean's turned his hat backwards to get the bill out of the wind.
I hear you, Dean.
Of course, he's a good guy. He's wearing a Yankees hat.
Oh,
he's one of the good guys.
He needs prayer is what it sounds like.
Cubs and Yankees in our house.
Oh, no.
No balls and a strike on Valdez after the foul ball.
Red Sox and Cardinals. How about that?
Well, Red Sox rough start, but don't count them out. They're just as good as they were last year. Every team's going to go through a losing streak.
Yeah, they've been experiencing that recently.
The surprise is Chris Sale, but he's a veteran. He's been through it all before, and don't worry about the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm also realistic. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball hard towards Sweeney at second. Scoop, throw, and a 1-2-3 inning for Austin Hillier in the second. Bottom half coming up. We have no score. Back in just a minute. More with Marcus Van here on TBC Eagles. No scores. We go to the bottom of the second. David Cavedo, Kristen Draper, Jaron Sweeney due up for the Eagles. Raffart has 1 inning pitched, and he got the Eagles out 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Marcus, I guess the only thing wrong with you is you are a Red Sox fan.
What? If anything, I'm a Georgia fan and a Red Sox fan.
No, nothing wrong with Georgia. That's okay.
Okay, I appreciate that. I love that.
Now, my family, I was born in Connecticut. I grew up here in Florida, but my family was split between the Red Sox and the Yankees fans. My father was a Yankee fan. 6 brothers. Imagine I have 5 older brothers. So I was getting beaten up every day.
Wow.
3 of us Yankee fans, 3 of us Red Sox fans. My mother just didn't care. She just wanted to survive.
That was a lot of prayer in your family, obviously.
Raising 6 of us, and I'm the nice one.
Wow. That's hard to believe.
Tells you something about my brothers.
There you go.
David Cavedo leading things off for the Eagles in the top of the second. They have 333, 1 homer, 13 runs driven in. He's really hit the ball hard the last few weeks.
I tell you what, David Cavedo has been doing a very good job, man. His improvements have only inclined.
Now, let's be honest. He struggled at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
but
did.
He has put the work in, and he is tearing the ball to pieces right now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why he missed and fouled off. It's 1-1.
A lot of times, at first, it was hard for me to catch it down.
He may have felt being one of the few returning players from last year that he had to try to do everything. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes, but again, he's one of our few returners from last year.
Yeah. He's held on.
He's realized these other guys are starting to come around too.
They look up,
take some pressure off him.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2. Roller towards second. Going to be a tough play. A scoop and a throw to first just in time. Rodriguez charged the ball hard. Cavedo hustled and nearly beat that one out. That's the first out of the inning. Always like to see the hustle even from the other team.
Yeah, it's good competition, man. That's what you want.
Kristen Draper steps in, 244, 6 runs batted in, and Draper can play all over the field. He runs very well and
he's a well-rounded player,
valuable,
to say the least.
No matter where he is.
He's smart. He's not only just a good athlete on the field, but he's a good student in class, man. He's so smart. It's incredible.
And he carries that onto the field. He knows how to play the game, too. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. This one, line drive, base hit.
Right over.
The wind held that up, and it actually gave Rodriguez half a chance to make the play, and he was really close to catching that ball. I mean, it took a while to get out in the outfield, but Draper hit the ball a lot harder than it looked because of that hard wind blowing straight in. So a base hit, the first hit for either team, gives the Eagles a runner at first. 1 man out for Jaron Sweeney, who's at 224, no homers and 12 runs driven in. Now, talking about Christian, he can run, and he knows how to run the bases too.
Yeah.
It's not only speed, you have to know what you're doing out there.
Exactly.
Pretty good lead, and a line drive towards right. That's going to be caught. With the wind blowing in, all the outfielders are able to play really shallow. Valdez kind of looked like he was playing junior high depth on that one. Nothing's getting over the head of these guys right now, unless it's absolutely obliterated. Good hard line drive by Sweeney, though. That's 2 outs. Here's a surprise. Austin usually does a lot of pitching. The last couple of weeks, got a few at-bats and really impressed. And he's earned himself a starting nod at first base now.
No, he's done a really great job.
And he's hitting the ball very hard. I don't see anyone hitting it out today, but Fry definitely has power. This one is fouled off to the right side for strike 1.
I'll tell you something cool about Lane. He has, or Austin as we know him, he has a very strong focus when it comes to the things like baseball. His knowledge the depth of his knowledge about baseball is out of this world, man.
Well, you see these guys in the classroom in the school a lot more than I do, so you know them all personally as well.
Oh, yeah.
But there's some good young men on this team.
Oh, yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes. That fastball practically plays.
What's the title of the movie? A Few Good Men?
Yes.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are more than a few.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes. Draper Draper, big lead off first. Let's see if he has anything in mind. He is on the move. There's a chopper towards third. That's going to bounce foul. And Draper with 0-2, good idea with his speed to run. If he is thrown out, then Fry does get the lead off the next inning.
Yeah.
So good call by Coach Copeland. Ball just bounced foul. If it stayed fair, Fry had a chance to beat it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eagles have a lot of speed. I've said that all season long. These guys can
jets, man. He got some curveballs.
Ryan Brooks, Jordan Broden.
Yeah.
Those guys can fly.
They get the win, that's for sure.
Here's the 0-2. Line drive down the right field line. That is going to be caught right on the line.
Catch, though.
Excellent catch by Ezekiel Valdez. He robbed the Eagles of a run. If that ball hits the ground, Draper already around third base. But Valdez on the run, fighting the wind, makes the play. And Marcus, we said it all season long, Eagles have had that happen to them
more times
all the
not.
time.
Yeah, man.
Well, it goes as an L9 in the book. And one hit, one man left after two, no score. No score after two, thanks to Valdez making that fantastic catch down the right field line. That kept the run off the board and ended the bottom of the second. Thank you, Marcus Van, for giving us a few minutes of your time. Marcus has gone off now, and we start the top of the third. Yasiel Perez, Marcel Lopez, and David Sarmento are the three scheduled hitters. Austin Hillier has retired 6 in a row after the leadoff error. Nothing else. No scores. We start the third. Here's the first pitch. Bunt shown. A nice bunt towards third. McAdon has the throw to first up high, but Fry stands at 6'4" and is able to go up and keep his foot on the bag, and that is the first out. The high throw from McAdon, but the big man standing on first base made the play. Perez at 288 coming in, and now here's the left fielder Marcel Lopez, who stands at 275. 6 runs driven in. 1 out, bases empty. Nice play by Fry at first, and this fastball misses outside for ball 1. And sorry, usually I like to see who's commenting and letting us know you're watching. Just unable to do that today with the wind blowing things around. Makes it hard to do much of anything. Here's the 1-0 right down the middle for strike 1. Tomorrow afternoon, the doubleheader is scheduled at 12, and if we're able to, we'll bring it to you here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. That's going to depend on how much rain this field gets overnight. Chopper headed up the middle. Rogers is able to make the catch, but not have a throw, so that will be a base hit for Marcel Lopez. First hit of the ball game for the Conquistadors. Runner at first. 1 out for Sarmento. That's the man who reached on the error on the first pitch of the ball game. Ended up getting to third, but no further. Well, that breaks a string of 7 in a row retired by Austin Hillier. Ball not hit all that hard, but Rogers had no play at first. Infield hit. Sarmento instead to throw to first from Hillier, and the runner's back in time. Not to say Sarmento digging in with a runner at first and 1 man out. Sarmento shows bunt. Hillier throws over to first once again. Now Macadon will step in at third base to try to field this bunt. No pitch yet. And first one on its way. Strike called on the curveball. Sarmento squared around, showed bunt, but he wanted to bunt the fastball. It's a much easier pitch to lay down. Breaking ball, just like when you're swinging, never really know what kind of contact it'll make with the bat. So a good take by Sarmento. No balls and a strike. Another throw over to first, and I think Hillier was just trying to see if the batter would tip anything. Hillier has picked off a couple of men this season. So now we're ready for the 0-1. Runner not going, and pitch is up high for ball one. Came out of Almodovar's glove, but not far enough away for an advance by Lopez. Almodovar loves to throw the ball, and he has a very good arm. Usually very good at blocking pitches in the dirt as well. One ball, one strike, one out, one man on base number one. Bet the aces. Throw over to first, and the runner's back. Always good to see our friends from South Florida make it up here. Remember you from last year and earlier this season as well. They're doing the filming for the Conquistadors. Here's the 1-1. Line drive down the right field line and slicing foul. Well hit off the bat of Sarmento. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Happy Easter, happy Good Friday as we celebrate the death, burial, and resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If you're looking for an Easter service and you're in the Jacksonville area, there are 8 of them coming your way from Trinity Baptist Church, 4 at our main location on Hammond Boulevard and 4 at our Oakleaf location on Old Middleburg Road. Both churches will have a 5 p.m. service tomorrow night, and then 8:30, 10 o'clock, and 11:30 on Sunday morning. So if you're looking for a good Easter service in Jacksonville on the west side, check out either of our 2 locations for Trinity Baptist Church. Hillier getting ready. Here's the 1-2, and this one in the dirt and blocked by Almodovar. Sarmento did not chase the breaking ball, and the count is even up at 2-2. Wind has calmed down a little bit, still blowing in, but not as hard as it was a couple of minutes ago. We expect it to pick back up at any time, though. Big lead off first, and a throw over, and Lopez is back. The inning started with a bunt towards third by Perez, then a 1-out single up the middle by Lopez. 1 out. He's on the move. Swing and a foul ball. Hit and run was on. And the count remains 2-2. Very overcast here on the west side as expected. The rain is scheduled to start coming down hard around 2 p.m. Hopefully we'll be done by then. The last thing we want to do is shut down the live feed while the game is still going on. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball towards third. Macadon will go to second for 1. Relay is not in time. Close at first, but Sarmento beat it by about half a step, so he is aboard with a fielder's choice. Eagles get the lead runner 5-4 at second, 2 outs. Giancarlos Rodriguez at the plate. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first. Now, if the rain does happen, we will have to shut things down. We have over $1,000 worth of electronics up here. Have to protect that. So 2 outs, a runner at first, Sarmento. He flinched towards second and just did get back in time. Sarmento looked like he was on the move. Hillier made a good move, but the runner just got back. Here's a breaking ball. Stays inside, and that is ball 1. Sarmiento has stolen 10 bags throughout the season. Here's the 1-0, this time not giving anything away, and he gets back standing up. Sarmiento is 10 for 13 in stolen base attempts. Here's the 1-0, high fly, well hit towards right, but that is going to be caught by Christian Amlog. All he had to do was drop back a few steps, and that retires the side. A hit and one man left, and we go to the bottom of the third in a scoreless tie. Bottom of the third, no score. Mark Rogers, Jordan Almodovar, and Brian Lopez are due to lead things off for Trinity Baptist College. Gene Wayne Braffhart, 2 scoreless innings so far, 1 hit allowed, and he will face Mark Rogers leading off the bottom of the third. Rogers is batting .273, no homers, 6 RBIs, 7 runs scored. Here's another Eagle that fought his way into the starting lineup midway through the season and has been very impressive. Takes the first pitch right at the knees for strike 1. Eagles are in Jacksonville for the rest of the season. We'll tell you what next weekend's series is all about in just a moment. Here's the 0-1. This one catches the outside corner for strike 2. Tomorrow afternoon right here against the Conquistadors for a doubleheader. Next Friday at 3:30, a home game against Ed Waters. Here's the 0-2, and this one is in the dirt. That is ball 1. And then the regular season finale is at Edward Waters, J.P. Small Memorial Park in downtown Jacksonville. That's the season finale. That's a 12 noon doubleheader at Edward Waters. Next Friday is senior day for Brian Lopez as well. Here's the 1-2. That one hit hard right off the pitcher. Braffhart will find the ball and make the play to first, and another bullet off the bat of an Eagles hitter results in an out. And let's hope Braffhart is all right, because Rogers really hit that ball hard, and it caught the pitcher flush. So Braffhart's going to get a chance to walk around and I'm guessing take a few warm-up throws and make sure everything's okay. I don't know if it hit off the shin or got some of the meaty part of the back of the leg. That was tough to tell, but Rogers hit that ball very hard, and it hit the pitcher just as hard. So a couple of warm-up tosses to make sure everything's all right. Coach Carrillo out also to make sure. That was a good fastball on the warm-up pitch, and Braffhart says it caught the back of his ankle. Another warm-up pitch or two. He's laughing it off, and looks like he's going to be just fine. That's good news for Braffhart. Bad news is it resulted in an out for the Eagles. Rogers stung the ball, but it goes as 1-3 in the book. Jordan Almodovar coming up with 1 out and the base is empty, batting .229, 9 runs driven in, 8 runs scored. First pitch, chopper towards second. Rodriguez has an easy play for out number 2. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Brian Lopez. He's 0 for 1. He popped up the first pitch of the ball game from Braffhart. That led off the bottom half of the first. No score through 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Here is the first pitch, and it misses outside. Now again, in case you missed the announcement, next Friday's game has moved to 3:30 in the afternoon. We're going to do everything we can to bring you that final home game. It's not 100% certain yet. Line drive toward the gap. That is down for a base hit. Lopez will make a turn. He's going to try for 2. Here comes a throw. It is late, and Lopez has himself a 2-out hustle double. That ball didn't get very deep, but with the outfield playing in, Lopez saw both fielders having to go back for it, and using his speed, he got himself a 2-out double. So now Christian Amlog struck out his first time up, has a chance to drive in the game's first run, and a hit to the outfield with Lopez the way he can run has a good chance of doing just that. The wind has calmed down for just a moment. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Lopez will take off for third, and he'll get there without a throw. So now Amlog, a base hit, will certainly score the run. Another pitch like that in the dirt could do it as well. First wild pitch of the day for either pitcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield, of course, playing back with 2 outs, and this pitch gets the outside corner, and the count is even up at 1-1. Braffhart will work from the stretch with that runner at third. Again, Lopez runs well. Try to keep the lead a little bit shorter. Here's the 1-1, a breaking ball. Wide inside corner, and that's strike 2. Amlog is close to the plate. That one looked inside, but the umpire said it caught the corner. Catcher now set up on the outer half. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, and a very nice block by Perez Collazo, keeping the runner at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third, bottom of the third inning. Braffhart from the stretch, checks the runner, now delivers. Base hit in the right. There may be a play at first. The throw is not in time. Good hustle by Christian Amlog, and Lopez scores. The Eagles lead 1-0. Don't give up on that one. I said base hit, but then I noticed that Valdez was playing shallow, charging hard, and it was a pretty close play at first. And Amlog, give him credit, didn't take it for granted. He also saw the right fielder ready to make the throw and hustled all the way through the bag. Exactly what he should do, and the Eagles have the first run. Macadon at the plate, takes a fastball for a strike. He lined hard to left to end the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Again, credit Amlog with the hustle. And credit Valdez. He nearly got the out at first. Runners on the move. A good throw is in time, and that will retire the side. That was an excellent throw by Perez Collazo, right on target. Amlog got a good jump, but the throw right there in plenty of time, and that ends the inning. So Macadon will lead off when the Eagles come to bat in the 4th. 2 hits and a run for the Eagles. Nobody left. After 3, Trinity Baptist 1, Florida National 0. Top of the 4th, Carrero, Perez, Collazo, Mendez are due up for the Conquistadors. 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Last night, the Diamondbacks beat the Braves 4-1. Washington 4-2 over San Francisco. Tigers held on for a 9-7 win over the Chicago White Sox. Blue Jays 7, Twins 4. Kansas City beat the Yankees 6-1. There you go, Marcus. You can laugh at me now. Orioles 6, the Rays 5. 3-1 Dodgers over the Brewers. Rockies 6, Phillies 2. Slugfest in Anaheim. Seattle won that ball game 11-10 over the Angels. Reds 4, Padres 1. Carrera leads off. He grounded out to the shortstop. That was a high chopper that Rogers made a really nice play on to get him out at first. Hillier's first pitch of the inning is on the inside corner for a strike. Austin Hillier has allowed just 1 hit through 3 innings. He has struck out 3, not walked anybody. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way, another inside corner. It's been a wide strike zone for both pitchers. And the count is 0-2 on Carrero. Feels like a Saturday, but it's only Friday afternoon. Here's the 0-2, and this one is up high. And I guess that's because we're not used to being out here in the daytime during the week. Holiday, Trinity Baptist College and Trinity Christian Academy, both with the day off. That allows us to play here today. Here's the 1-2. This one in the dirt. Hillier tried to get the batter to chase, but Carrero didn't bite. In today's MLB schedule, the Diamondbacks at the Cubs, Twins at the Orioles, Giants at the Padres. That Cubs-Diamondbacks game, the only day game here on Friday. Royals at Yankee Stadium again. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball, that's headed toward the outfield. That's a leadoff single for Jorge Carrero. Very well placed, out of the reach of Sweeney. And again, the leadoff man is aboard. That's the second hit off of Hillier. And it brings up Steven Perez Collazo, who lined out hard to left to end the first inning. Braves at the Indians. The Red Sox are in Tampa Bay later tonight. White Sox at Detroit. Nationals in Miami. Astros at Rangers. Dodgers at Brewers. First pitch is low for ball 1. Mets are in St. Louis. Rockies host the Phillies. Seattle at Los Angeles Angels. Toronto at Oakland. And the Reds at the Padres. 1 ball, no strikes. Hillier throws over to first and the runner's back. Not very big of a lead from Jorge Carrero. But again, Hillier might have been trying to see if Perez would give anything away regarding a bunt attempt. Macadon, even with the bag at third, he does show bunt this time and fouls it off behind the catcher. Now that wind's starting to pick up and blow really hard once again, straight in from center field. On average, about 14 to 16 miles per hour, but gusting well over 20 at times. Lopez barely shading the hitter to pull in center field, so there's a pretty good amount of space in left center. Throw over to first, and a runner's back. The batter didn't give away anything that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time called. Perez steps out. Now everybody's ready. Hillier from the stretch, the 1-1 in the dirt, and this one bounces off of Almodovar. Carrera will take second, make a big turn. And now Florida National has a good chance to tie up the ball game with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Collazo hit the ball well. fell hard his first time up. We've seen him here before. He'll go the other way, given that opportunity. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch, a curveball that stays up a little too long. And now Hillier's behind 3-1. Pitchers are getting the corners for the most part, not necessarily the top of the zone. Again, it's been consistent for both sides so far. 3 balls and a strike. Hillier checks the runner, good lead, and now the pitch. High fly ball towards center. Lopez on the move. He camps under it and makes the catch. On the run with the wind playing some games with the ball, so a great job in left center by Brian Lopez, and that is out number 1. Perez Collazo hit that ball into the wind. It knuckled on Lopez, but he, with the experience and the speed, was able to make the catch and chase the runner back to second. Raymond Mendez called out on strikes, opening up the second. 1 out, runner at second base. Eagles lead 1-0. Good curveball by Hillier, and he gets the call for strike 1. No balls and a strike, and now that wind gusting in very hard, straight in. And both pitcher and hitter want to give it a chance to hopefully pass by. They both step off. And now ready. Sweeney holding the runner close at second. Here's the 0-1. Foul tip. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. So Hillier has a chance to get this out, which would be big, and keep that runner at second and get that second out. Here's the 0-2. Line drive into left. Quevedo will play it on the hop. He'll hold the runner at third. The cutoff throw gets away, however. And Carrero thought about trying to score, but Almodovar put a stop to that. That's a base hit for Mendez. And now Florida National has a runner at third with 1 out, another man at first. Second hit of the inning. Here's Andre Rouchet. He went down on strikes in the second. Ball hit very hard right at Quevedo. That caused Carrero to have to stop at third. Again, the throw off the mark. Carrero thought about trying to score. Hillier did his job of covering the plate. Novar had to leave the plate and make the catch. The pitcher was in position like he should have been. So runners at the corners, 1 out. And the pitch to Rouchet misses low and outside. Hillier wanted the call but did not get it. Rogers and Sweeney look like they're going to hang back and try to turn an inning-ending double play. Fry holding the runner at first. Macadon even with the bag and off the line at third. Here's the 1-0. Nice block by the catcher, and everybody holds. 2 balls, no strikes. Time called. Coach John Shiver heading out to the mound to talk to Austin Hillier. And the inning started with a base hit by Carrero. He advanced on a wild pitch, a fly ball to center caught by Lopez on a nice running catch in the gap. And then a base hit by Mendez, a hard line drive towards left. That put runners at the corners. 1 out, and counted 2 balls, no strikes on Andre Rouchet. Coach Shiver heading back to the dugout. All the Eagles back into position. Two balls, no strikes. Everybody ready. the stretch, and the 2-0. Gets the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. RBI opportunity for Andre Rouche. Guerrero does represent the potential tying run at third. Let's see if Hillier can get the ground ball double play and get out of the inning. Here's a 2-1. Runner goes. Almodovar backhands the pitch in the dirt. No throw. He did keep Guerrero at third. That's a stolen base for Raymond Mendez. 2 men in scoring position, and now a chance for Florida National to potentially take the lead. Three balls and a strike. Now all Eagle infielders playing in tight to try to get the run at the plate. Hard ground ball through that opening. 1 run will score. Quevedo playing shallow. Hits the cutoff man. We are tied. Base hit by Rouche. That scores Guerrero. It also moves Mendez to third. So again, first and third with 1 out. And we're tied at 1. Hit number 4. 3 of those in this inning. And here is Ezekiel Valdez, who is 0 for 1, a ground ball to the second baseman in the second. So the Eagles got one in the bottom of the third. The Conquistadors come back with 1 and still batting in the top of the fourth. High chopper. Rogers fields, throws a second for 1. A relay throw not in time, and a run will score. Mendez held up to see what the infield was going to do, and then he was able to scamper home. Well, the Eagles got the out at second. That is an RBI fielder's choice for Ezekiel Valdez. 6-4 on the putout. Runner at first, 2 out, 2 runs in. And the number 8 man, shortstop Yasiel Perez at the plate. Nice piece of base running by Mendez at third, making sure that the infield was going a different route. There's a ground ball towards Rogers. He charges, scoops, throws in time, and a nice play by the Eagles shortstop to end the inning. But the Conquistadors get 2 on 3 hits and leave 1. They take the lead as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Conquistadors 2, Eagles 1. Fourth, 2-1 Florida National. Both those runs coming a half inning ago. 1 half inning after Trinity Baptist got on the board first. Separate RBIs from Andre Rouche, a base hit, and then Ezekiel Valdez, a fielder's choice ground ball, have given Florida National a 2-1 lead. Christian Amlog drove in Brian Lopez with a 2-out single 1 inning ago. And here's Nick McAdon to lead off, followed by Quevedo and Draper. Bottom of the fourth. Graffhart is ready with the first pitch, and a chopper that's right at the third baseman. And that'll be an easy throw for Rouche. 1 away. So Graffhart now 3 1/3 innings pitched, 1 run. It has earned 3 hits. David Capedo rolled out to the second baseman to open the second inning. First pitch from Braffhart. And his fastball is outside. Conquistadors, members of the USCAA, United States College Athletic Association. Here's the 1-0, and this one misses down low, and DQ's well ahead in the count. Here's the Trinity Baptist Eagles, members of the National Christian College Athletic Association, playing over 90% of their schedule against mainly NAIA teams. NAIA all throughout Florida, one of the best conferences in the entire country. Here's a 3-0, and Cavedo takes a strike. Started to walk toward first, looked back, and steps back in the box with a count of 3-1. Here's a 3-1 on the way, and this one is chopped foul to fill up the count. Conquistadors also play many of those same Sun Conference teams in the state of Florida from the NAIA. Many of the common opponents: Edward Waters College, Weber International, Kaiser. Trinity didn't play Southeastern this year, but usually does. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, and a great job by Braffhart. That's his first strikeout. He fell behind 3-0 and came back and got the punch out. So 2 outs, base is empty for Christian Draper. Florida Nationals also played Ave Maria. Some of the other teams they played that Trinity Baptist has not: Bryant Stratton College, Wilmington University. Very tough schedule for both these teams on today's field. First pitch to Draper. Generous outside corner, that's strike 1. Draper 1 for 1. Got a base hit into right. He's only up to the plate so far. He's trying to do everything he can to keep that camera as still as possible. Here's the 0-1. This one in the dirt. This wind is over 20 miles an hour now, and it's kind of changed direction a little bit, now blowing a little more towards the left field power alley. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard. Knocked down at third by Ruche, and he'll pick it up and make the play. Draper hit it hard. That allowed Ruche some extra time after he initially bobbled the ball, but he stayed with it and made a good throw across the diamond. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Eagles in the 4th, and after 4, Conquistadors lead it 2-1. We go to the top of the 5th, and Ben Van Sickle has taken over on the mound in relief of Austin Hillier, who went 4 innings, 2 runs, both earned, 4 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Nice outing by Austin Hillier, but Florida National got those 2 runs off him in the 4th. And now Ben Van Sickle takes the mound for Coach John Copeland. A 2-run 4th for the Conquistadors, a 1-run bottom of the 3rd for the Eagles. That's been the scoring so far. Ben Van Sickle on the season, 1 win, no losses, a 467 earned run average, 27 total innings pitched, 14 runs earned out of 18 total. He has allowed 33 hits while walking 6 and striking out 17. And Ben Van Sickle, again, taking over on the mound. The sky's starting to darken up just a little bit. Well, if we get through this inning, it will be an official ball game. With Florida National leading, guaranteed to be leading at the end of their at-bat, the Eagles will have to bat and complete the bottom of the 5th for this to be an official ball game. This is a 9-inning single game, and tomorrow, if we're able to play them, let's hope we are, 2 7-inning ball games. Ben Van Sickle facing Marcel Lopez, who was 1 for 1. He had an infield hit in the 3rd. Lopez shows bunt, and strike 1 is called, and Lopez very much disagrees, but it's been a generous, wide strike zone for all batters on both sides. Sarmiento and Rodriguez to follow. Balls and a strike. Van Sickle delivers. Bunt shown again, and this time Lopez went right through it for strike 2. Looked like a changeup. It had a whole lot of movement on it from Van Sickle. Jacksonville native, graduated from Paxson High School. Here's the 0-2. Line drive into right. Amlog chasing it, and he will get there in time to make the catch. The wind helped him out, knocked that ball down. Lopez hit it well, but that's out number 1. Sarmiento steps up to the plate. 0 for 2, but he's been on base twice. Once on an error, once on a fielder's choice. And we have some very dark clouds on the way from behind us in the bleachers. Dean just pointed those out, and they're not that far away. So again, if we can get 5 complete in, this would be an official ball game. We will have to shut down the broadcast even if the teams keep playing if the rain starts. That one misses outside for ball 2. I'm talking very, very dark clouds behind us. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch wide for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. 1 out, top of the 5th, 2-1 Florida National. And strike called. Makes the count 3-1. Lights have not been turned on, but it is starting to get a little darker. So here's a 3-1. Chopper up the middle. Rogers will field it on 2 hops and make a good throw to first, and that's out number 2. So 2 quick outs by Ben Van Sickle. And it brings up Giancarlos Rodriguez, who is 0 for 2. A strikeout and a well-hit line drive caught in right field. I'm going to go ahead and put my computer away because it is getting even darker now. First pitch, strike. No balls, 1 strike. Van Sickle from the stretch with the bases empty and a high pop-up. This may stay in play. Almodovar makes the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning for Van Sickle as we go to the bottom of the 5th with the skies getting darker and Florida National leading 2-1. Well, the rain has started, so we are going to cut down the broadcast.